everybody, we are going to start algebra review number 2 day today. We're going to find the slope of a line and slope intercept form. Excuse me, I had the hiccups. The idea is that slope is rise over run. It's a change in y. So the rise is actually the change in the run. Change in y. The run is a change in the x values. Okay, so think a steepness of a line. Mathematically, my slope is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Now with that, it doesn't really matter which point is the first coordinate, which point is the second coordinate. It just matters that you're consistent with it, okay? And so you just have to calculate your points consistently. So find the slope of a line that passes through the points -5 or -1, 5, and 1, 9. Now, like I said, it doesn't matter if this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2, or if this is x1, y1, and this is x2, y2. It doesn't really matter as long as you're consistent with how you calculate your slope. So my slope is going to be equal to, so if I use this as my 0.1 and my 0.2, then I'll take 5 minus 9. So 5 minus 9 over -1 minus 1. Okay, so that will be -4 over -2, which gives me a slope of 2. Now let's go reverse. Let's do it the other way. So this is 0.2 and this is 0.1. So I can show you that it's kind of the same thing. So we're just going to go 9 minus 5 this time. So 9 minus 5 over 1 minus -1. That's a -1. And so that is 4 over 1 plus 1, which is 2. So see how it gives us, these are negative over negative. This is a positive over positive. So we still end up with slope equals 2. So no matter which way you calculate your slope, they end up with the same thing as long as you're consistent with which is your first coordinates and second coordinates. Okay? So then we get onto our slope intercept form of a line. Our slope intercept form is y equals mx plus b, where this number in front of x is our slope, and our b out here is our intercept, our y-intercept, okay? So that's why they call it the intercept form. And so to graph that, we take our intercept out here, so we take our sign there, so it's -1 is our y-intercept. Okay, so remember it's our y-intercept, not just any intercept. So we go down here to the graph at -1, we plot that guy, okay? So make a point at the y-intercept. Use the slope to make more points. Your slope from the y-intercept. So our slope here is 2 over 1. So this is actually going to be rise over run is 2 over 1. So we're going to go from our point and go up 2 over 1. Okay, or we could go down -2 over -1 because -2 over -1 is also a positive 2, right? Then keep going up 2 over 1 until we create some sort of a line. Okay, and then once we get our line, we can actually just draw our line nice and straight. Make sure to put arrows on it because the line goes forever in both directions and we have graphed a line. Okay, so now let's graph this line right here. So maybe you want to pause the video and do this on your own. Okay, so we have our slope here, or excuse me, our y-intercept of 2. So we're going to go up on the y-axis, positive 2, and plot that on our y-axis. That's our y-intercept, a y-intercept. And from that y-intercept, we're going to calculate our slope. Our run, rise over run is -1/3. So people say, well, which one is negative? The 1 or the 3 or both? So it could be either a -1 over a positive 3, or it could be a positive 1 over a -3, because either one of those, if you take -1 divided by 3, you get a -1/3, or 1 divided by -3 is a -1/3. But a negative over a negative would give me a positive 1/3, right? So we either have the -1 or the -3, but not both. So we can either go down -1 and over a positive 3, or we could go up a positive 1 and over a -3. Overall, make sure your slope when you're done is going down from left to right because it's a negative slope, right? When we're back over here, we have a positive slope, right? Positive 2, so it should go up from left to right. So when you're done, kind of just check your graph and make sure your slope matches the number you have. And so we're going to go connect our lines. We have a line that goes down from left to right, y-intercept of 2, and a slope of -1/3. Okay? All right, so you guys have a little worksheet. It's not very long. It's in Google Classroom, and I will see you all next in class. Take care. Bye-bye.